Welcome to Talk to Him, a weekly a weekly podcast where we discuss self-help strategies, pop culture, music, education, fashion, relationship, and how it all links to financial success. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Talk to Him J, and of course, I'm your host. My name is James Levesque. Vibe with me. Talk to him. Listen, folks, we have a special Valentine's Day edition of Talk to Him that's happening. We have some incredible ladies joining us via Zoom. We have the lovely Sheetha. Sheetha. Hey, Sheetha. Sheetha is a social media influencer. She's doing some major things. Just incredible. Thank you for being here, Sheetha. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. We have the lovely Marie. Marie is a spectacular chef. All right. I haven't tasted her food yet, but it looks real good on the. It looks real good on the gram, though. You know what I mean? It looks real good on the gram. How we doing today, ladies?
We're doing great.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on this Valentine's Day edition of Talk to Him. Of course, it's Valentine's Day and love is in the air, and there's a lot of people who's just expecting gifts and just in the whole spirit of Valentine's Day. So let me ask you this: is Valentine's Day more of like a woman thing, or is it more of like a man thing? What do you guys think?
So I personally think it's more of a woman thing.
Mm.
I don't know. In today's world, I don't think a lot of people celebrate it like they used to.
Yeah,
I think now it's like a commercialized holiday, and you should be loving someone every day, not just this one day of the year. But I definitely think women put more emphasis on the day than men do.
I agree.
I think yeah. Like today we want chocolates, we want roses. Even though I hate the holiday, I still want it all. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, I don't care even if I don't believe in the holiday. I still want to have chocolates and stuff because everybody else is getting it. Exactly. Exactly. Just like no, like I want it all. I don't believe in the holiday, but I want it.
really.
Right?
Hold on. So you don't believe in Valentine's Day, like,
No.
but you want the chocolates, you want the whole shebang bang. You know what I mean? But
Dude, yes.
so how come you don't believe in Valentine's Day?
I mean, I think that if you love someone, you're gonna show them love no matter what day of the year it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you really need this one day to be like, say, dedicated to show someone love. Like, I don't know. But
I
that's how it is, and you should be together. You know?
That is true. You know what I mean? I definitely agree with that because, yes, I used to think like that as well, but also I kind of like holidays, you know what I mean? Because it's something that, like, it's like, yo, you get to look forward towards it. You know what I mean? You get to look forward towards, all right, it's going to be Valentine's Day. Maybe I might do something for my lady. Maybe I might do something for my boo or whatever. You know what I mean? Although I do agree with you that, hey, it shouldn't just be one day. You should be doing that all the time. But, we're in like cultural times. We're in incredible times. So, of course, it's like, it's going to be profitable as well, too. But, I mean, I don't mind it, I don't mind it at all. Let me ask y'all this, like how should like a single person, right? Let's say somebody who doesn't have a boo thing, right? Oh, you ain't got a boo thing? Oh,
So, my phone is dry as the Sahara Desert over here. I'm just playing. It's like, damn, like, there's no good morning text. There's nothing happening in my life right now.
wow, really? Oh man. Well, okay. Let me ask you this: like, how should a single person spend Valentine's Day?
Like they spend any other day. Just continue to. Do you go about your day how you go about your day every day?
Okay.
You're gonna feel bitter, 100%. Like that's the day to stay off social media because all you people posting their husbands, their partners, boyfriends, their situationships.
Yeah.
right? Who posts relationships? Nobody does that.
Nobody posted situationships.
No.
What? How come? If that's your situationship, then then hey, listen, I'm in a
In
sit.
the closet till it becomes a non-situationship.
A situationship is when you don't know where it's going. It's kind of, it's like two people that are talking and they hang out all the time or whatever it is, but there's no label on it, there's no title. But at the same time, you're not really seeing other people, but you are. Like, it's a weird, you don't want to be in it.
So all right, let me ask you this then. All right, so who makes that statement like, yo, we go together, or yo, you are my boo, or hey, I'm your man? How do you have that conversation, or is it just like, I'm just flowing with things, and however this goes of it, this, you know what I mean? Like, how do we distinguish that?
I feel it depends. It depends on what you want out of that person, right? Like if you're just hanging out and you're just enjoying somebody's company and you're not at the emotional level where you're like, okay, I really want this person to be my man, or I really want this person to be my girl, then you just kind of go with the flow. But then if you're developing stronger feelings, that's when like a conversation needs to be had. And I feel like the man or the woman could bring that conversation up.
Yeah, and also though you bring up the conversation only when you're ready to have to be okay with that answer, because 9 times out of 10 the woman will bring it up and the man is like, listen, like I don't want a relationship. This is it, right? So you gotta be prepared to hear that as well. Like you're gonna bring it up, just know that it might not be the answer you want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Nah, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree. Let me ask you this, right? How, like, but those questions, that's what I mean, though. These conversations got to be have, like, in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, at least, like, because let's say you kicking it with somebody, things is going well, right? And then, she might be like, yo, you know what, Jay? Or you might, like, okay, let's say you going out with somebody, right? And then, y'all kicking it, everything is going well. But then also, let's say if she has somebody that she may be feeling, or he has somebody that he may be feeling as well too. So do you communicate that? Like, hey, I'm thinking like, yo, we're exclusive, or are we exclusive? Those are the conversations, because
A conversation. You definitely, I think that like it really depends on how the relationship even begins. Like where you want to, like, if you've met this person with the intention of dating, like you've gone on a date with this person and then you've gone on a couple of dates and now you're kind of in this weird stage. I think after a certain point, yeah, like maybe a month into it, you should start asking, hey, like, where is this going? Like, am I wasting my time? Are you seeing other people? Are we exclusive? And I don't think it's necessarily the woman or like the woman that has to bring it up. It could be the man or the woman can bring. It's like it just really depends on the situation. But I think that, but if you're going with the intention of like on the first date itself, you're telling this person, hey, like I'm not looking for anything serious. Like, and if, usually if the guy is saying that to you, that is what they believe. Like they truly do not want a relationship. And a lot of women tend to misinterpret that as, oh, I can change that.
Yeah, he doesn't know me yet.
He's gonna know me. He's gonna get to know me. But really, like when a man comes out straight off the bat saying, I'm not looking for a relationship, and then you're doing all these relationship things, I think they compartmentalize their feelings.
Yeah.
And they can do that. They can do everything that's in a relationship without having to be in a relationship.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of times, guys, we have to do a lot more. Just be, yeah. Say it again.
Men need to step up.
Step up, yeah, and just be like real, like honest. You know what I mean? And really be honest. Like, hey, listen, I'm not really trying to do that right now. And I think that comes with age. You know what I mean? That definitely comes with age with men, because sometimes we don't, we might not want to hurt your feelings. But then also, like, once you start telling the truth, like, women really respect that. They'd be like, oh, okay. And as long as they know, like, okay, this is what it is, and he's telling me the truth, now, you kind of, you kind of put the balls in their corner. You know what I mean? They may want to rock out. They might be like, nah, that's not really my thing. But if he's a good guy and he's like, handling his business, you might be like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a little try. You know what I mean? I know he's saying all this thing, but I think I might be able to change him. Is that something that really happens?
I don't know. I personally feel like you can't change a man. Like,
Exactly.
at a certain point, like after once you hit like, I think a man after 33, he's stuck in his ways.
Yeah.
Like at 30, anything after 33, I have to tell you, don't do this, or like this is like whatever. I feel like, I don't know. You can't change it.
You can't change, and you can't go into a relationship or any type of situation thinking you can change either person.
Yeah.
Accept them fully, because
Straight
we all
up.
have a past, and we all, we're all struggling in our present, and we're trying to build a future. But I think to judge, I don't know. You just gotta be honest. Like everyone has a dark twisted past at one point.
Yeah.
And if you can't accept that, then like don't be with that person, right? Like if you're gonna love someone, you're gonna love all of them. Their flaws, everything.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100. Marie, you were saying something?
No, I was just agreeing.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a real good point, man. You know what I mean? Let me ask y'all this. All right, it's Valentine's Day, right? Or Valentine's Day weekend, Valentine's weekend, right? Would you rather have more money, right? Or more time with your boo thing?
Nobody said boo thing.
I say boo thing.
It's
I say boo thing. It's okay with you. They just hating right now. Would you, answer the question. Go ahead. What do y'all think? Would you rather have more money, right? Or would you rather have more time with your significant other?
Like more money? Is he giving me the money? Like what's happening?
Okay. All right. Let's say we're in a scenario, right? A scenario is, all right, this man is well off, right? He's well off. He's doing well. You're his significant other. Now he's like, yo, babe, I got a business meeting in Chicago or something like that. You know what I mean? So I can't be with you during Valentine's weekend. You know what I mean? But hey, here's 20 grand. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You do your thing. Handle that. You know what I mean? Now, would you rather be, would you be okay with that? Or would you rather him spending time with you? So that's where I'm going with the question. You see what I mean? Go ahead, Marie.
Give me the money.
Give me the money.
I know you were thinking it, girl.
What you thinking?
In that exact situation, sure, the 20 grand, I'll invest it or something. But
And you gotta go to work anyway, so it's not like you have
like
that off something silly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that, I don't know. I've been with men with money and men without money, and the one thing I'll say for me it is, Valentine's Day itself, I don't care, but like I need time with someone, I need communication, I need all that. So like, I really don't care if you have like 10 million in the bank or you got like $5 in the bank. It's more about like that stuff is important. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like at this point in life, I need that communication at that time.
Really, Shita? Really? You really? So if a guy has like $5 in the bank, he ain't got no money, right? You would give him the time of day?
Passionate and you're trying to build something. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I've been with a guy that's been broke to the max.
Broke?
Yeah.
Broke ass.
I still love, I was blind. But no, for me it was like the money part didn't really bother me, but what bothered me was that this person just wouldn't make the time and effort. And that's why that ended. You know what I mean? It had
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a real bad situation. And then, money matters as I think financials do matter in a certain degree. But
Yeah.
I think you can build
Yeah.
together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I don't need the man to be a millionaire. Like,
I think.
dollars, but like by next year, if we're together, you might have like 20,000 in the bank, right?
No, absolutely. You know, I definitely think, and I have a motto where it's like I don't even like ask a girl out. I don't even look at a girl if I don't have like a certain amount of money in my account. You know what I mean? That's just for because you know things happen. You know what I mean? Emergencies come. You know what I mean? And certain things happen. It's just like if you ain't got like a certain amount of money, you know what I mean? Because the only reason why I say that is because you know, we live in a capitalist country. You know what I mean? Everything is about the bread nowadays. Not everything, but it's everything costs. You know, like if I don't have if I don't have money or some type of, a couple of dollars in my pocket, and I go and I have like a very attractive girl, that's on my arms, like psychologically as a man, right? Your mind is always messing with you. You know what I mean? Your mind is always messing with you. You're like saying like, oh man, like, I know there's other guys that's, probably like at her, or I got to get my money up, or I got to feel some type of way. That's the security aspect of it. You know what I mean? Because men, we're providers and we're protectors. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't naturally have some type of money in your pocket, you're going to be feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? And sometimes it might go, that might affect that relationship that you're in. You know what I mean? It will affect that relationship that you're in because,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, my last relationship really got affected because of his finances.
Yeah.
1,000%. And like, I get it, but like, I was like money is important. Pardon?
No, I was gonna say I was in a relationship where the guy wasn't the most financially okay, and he would go into my Facebook when I had Facebook, and he would scroll back to like messages from like 3-4 years ago and get angry about that.
What?
Before I even met him.
What?
Oh my God. And he broke.
Perfect story.
Don't you
Oh.
Like the reason we broke up first time around, came back, and then we got into a fight because like he wanted me to pay like for his flight for him to come see me, and I was just like, and then honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but like I'd have no problem if I felt secure in the situation. Like I have no problem. I dish it out quickly and be like, yeah, let's go. But then like when the person is telling you, hey, I'm like 60-70% in.
Mm.
Then no.
Yeah, and that's when I have the problem with like the broke men. Like, you gotta be 100% committed to me. I got no problem providing, but
Yeah, that's the thing too, man. You know what I mean? Like you can't be broke and you got insecurities that's asking a girl to go back to her Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's hard. Like how long did that lasted, Marie?
A little too
Oh.
long.
Oh, a little too long?
Yeah, like we dated for a little over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, but the insecurities, I didn't start noticing them until like pretty far into the relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my goodness, like I can't with this, you know?
what was her moment?
When did I? Well, my moment wasn't really even to do with the Facebook thing. It was to do with household stuff.
Mm.
So he was spending a lot of time at my place, right? And I remember one day, and I'm like a natural, like, I love taking care of people. I love making meals for my man and the people around me. Like, that's just my thing, right? So I remember we both woke up really early. I made breakfast, we went to work. I came home. I was in the kitchen making like really good meal. And African food takes a long time to cook.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally a labor of love. So I was there making something, and then he had come over and he was sitting watching TV, right?
Yeah.
And like, oh, do you mind taking out the garbage? And he goes to me and he's like, oh, you could just take it out after you're done cooking.
What?
Yeah.
No.
That's crazy. Did he bring any snacks? Did he bring it?
No snacks.
He didn't bring no snacks?
You bring a little treat, like nothing.
Nothing. So at that point, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Yeah.
Damn. That's a bad look on our end, fellas. We can't come to a girl's house. She's cooking. You at least got to bring some snacks. You got to bring some juice. All right, some apple juice. All right, and at least take out the trash.
Take out the garbage.
Take out the garbage.
It's 100% the little things that matter, and I don't think men realize that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care you buy me the fancy bag, but like, I appreciate when you come over and you help me fix something. You know what I mean? Like, those things are like more valuable to me than like.
We were even talking about this last night. Like, for Valentine's Day, it doesn't have to be like extravagant gifts. It doesn't have to be a big bouquet of flowers. It's like, let me come home and not do anything for the day. You know, you get into the kitchen, you cook, you serve me and stuff like that, you know? So, yeah. It's definitely the little things that matter.
I agree. You know, Angie over here laughing, yeah.
I hope you the curve right after that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yo, let me ask you this. How do you know when you like love someone? You know, when you love someone. I think this is my opinion. I think guys naturally we love way harder than women do. You know?
I hope you guys fall faster than women do.
Alright, so how do you know when you love someone? Oh. That is, right? That's a thinker right there. You know?
I think when I like, for me, I know this sounds really silly, but like when I'm more willing to give you my time, you know, when I answer your phone call, not like 6 hours later I'll call you back, but like, oh, he called, let me call him back, and I'm wanting to like that eagerness to know who you are, like the depth of who you are.
Mm.
You know, I feel like that's when I feel like, oh, I think I really love this person, you know. Yeah.
Wow. That's not infatuation? He might be maybe he might be a good looking brother, real smooth, and you're like, oh man, I can't wait till he calls me, and you're just infatuated by him. So you're like, yo, when's he gonna call? Because you know.
No, you miss the not just call. Like when I'm willing to give you more of my time, because time is the one thing that you can never get back.
That's true. I agree.
Right?
I agree.
But if I'm willing to be like, oh, let's hang out on this day, and like completely rearrange my schedule and all of that stuff, I feel that's when, or even just the little things. If he's having a bad day and I'm going out of my way to be like, let me do something to make him feel better.
Yeah.
I feel like that's love. When you give somebody your time and your energy, it's love, right? Yeah.
So I don't know if I agree with that one, because I do that in general. Like, I'm someone that like just if I care for someone, that I don't know necessarily think I'm in love with that person though, but it's like naturally I'm like, if someone's having a bad day, I just feel like that's who I am. I would send something over, or like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's more like
you would drop everything you're doing, like
because I care for someone, yeah.
oh,
I think that's just like how I've been like my entire life, which is not. I also don't think that's a good thing. Like, I think that's something I need to work on, the boundaries for myself when it comes to friendships and relationships.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me when it comes to love, it's more like it's that weird like feeling I can't explain. Like, you just get consumed like by this person.
Yeah.
Like, your body just feels like it's one. And I haven't had that in like a very long time now, but it's like that feeling. It's just like that.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
Yo, okay, go ahead.
With infatuation too?
Say it again.
Don't you feel like that with infatuation?
I think so. You know, I feel like, yo, this is what I'm saying.
But I haven't felt like that for somebody in a very long time, so I don't know. Like, now I'm very like, if I talk to somebody, or like when I'm trying to date someone or get to know someone, I don't think I don't think with my heart anymore. I think a lot with my head. Mm. Like, cause I'm like, I gotta be realistic about it. I've been like screwed over so many times. It's like, I went on a date recently and I had to make a pro and con list after. Like, I went on a date and the guy ordered for me and I realized that's like a red flag that I typically would ignore. But today I'm like, no.
So he ordered for you, like he just ordered your food.
Yeah, like so we were at a restaurant I've never been to. So at first, the first date, I thought, oh, it's because I've never been here, whatever. I kind of let it go. But the second day, we went to a restaurant where it's a place I've been to several times, and he did it again. And then I realized, I'm like, okay, this is a red flag because it can start off with something so small, of like someone ordering for me to like deciding what to wear, where you're going, like who you talk to, all that, right? So
Yeah.
I cut it right then and there.
Yeah, that's very controlling. That's not, at least like, let you pick out your own food. that's that's crazy.
But that's what I mean. Like before, I would have just been like thinking with my heart, been like, oh, it's okay, and like that's the infatuation aspect of it. But
Yeah.
like, I think once you
Have a
convert someone to
him about it? Did you kind of bring it up to him and be like,
no, I didn't because the reason I didn't bring it up is because he's an older gentleman. So I felt that at this point in his life, if he doesn't know this is like wrong, like I'm not here to fix that.
But yeah, what's considered old though? What's considered like around what age was he at? Like what age?
35 plus.
35 is still young though. Yeah, like 35 is still young. Like that's like, yo, do you know?
He's closer to the 40. Like he's getting like.
So Pete, right? Yo, statistics show that men don't hit their like start getting at us, start thinking maturely when they turn like into their 40s, like 42, 45, right? Yeah, it's for real. Like,
I don't have time to tell somebody. I'm not waiting till that long.
yo,
In their 30s, I get it. Like early 30s, like at 30 being like, hey, like this isn't cool. Like having that conversation, it makes sense to me. But like you're like a 40, 38, 39-year-old man. You
Yeah.
should know by now.
no, but that's the thing though.
just to play devil's advocate,
Yeah,
but like maybe he, in his past relationships, all the women he's been with have been okay with him ordering for them. So maybe he doesn't even really, because like we all do things subconsciously that we don't realize that it's like irking people the wrong way until somebody goes, hey, don't do that.
nah, not ordering somebody's food, dog. Like, yo, I'm not gonna order somebody's food.
Like I can, but I feel like it's like I don't know. For me, it's like I totally get when we're really young, like in our 20s and stuff, to have those conversations of like, hey, like just like common sense conversations, but like at 39, 38, 37, 40, like, and I gotta tell you, hey, it's not good manners to order for someone. Like, ask them what would you like to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I back in the day, I would have been like, oh, I'm gonna let it go, and like that infatuation was there. Today, I'm like, nope. Now I'm like, I sit down, make a list of pros and cons. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna work. Thank you.
Yo, let me. Man, I've never heard of that. Somebody ordering somebody's food. Like, that's like, yo, come on, man. I'm a grown
I've
person.
never had that until like recently, and I'm like, damn, like.
Yo, let me ask y'all this, right? Would you rather have extraordinary love that doesn't last forever, or ordinary love that does last forever? Oh,
Mary, I want boring love. I do.
you want the boring love? Okay.
Like when I say by boring love is like I want like just good like that family love. Like yeah, like people today consider that boring, like because you work the 9 to 5 or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like those things. I really do want that Sunday going to watch the kids play soccer, going to brunch with the kids, and like I want the scheduled life eventually, I do, and if that's considered boring, like ordinary love, yeah.
What's extraordinary love?
So-
That's what I want.
So extraordinary love is that I think one of you guys have mentioned that butterfly feeling that you feel for that person, because so it's like
Those butterflies.
So okay, that's what I'm saying. So when you first meet somebody, right? You know that it's just like whoa, it's that instant connection. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you just boom, you're there. Yo, I'm feeling this person. This person is feeling me. You absolutely just you gravitate towards each other. But over the course of time, for whatever reason, it's like it start to you don't feel like that anymore, you know what I mean? Or do you just want the ordinary love? You know what I mean? It's almost like that first, if you get high or something like that and you just constantly you walking on cloud nine or something, you know what I mean? And then or do you just want just the regular love, you know what I mean? And that was a very I just thought like that was something that for me I didn't know. You know what I mean? That's a very hard question. You know what I mean? To because you want to be in love and you want to give love, but also you want to you want to receive love as well too. But you don't know if that person feels the same way, or is it like yo, we really vibing right now? And that's why a lot of times, let's say some people they meet each other, they get married real quick. You know what I mean? Because they're constantly on that high. You know what I mean? So everything gets done in that high phase, and then all of a sudden the relationship kind of goes down. You know what I mean? So
I know what you're saying. I think that I want slow love. I'm in no rush. If that makes any sense.
that does.
Slow, if that's considered boring, ordinary, yeah. I think the person you're with has to be your best friend.
Mm.
You gotta, you know what I mean? The sexual chemistry and everything is important, 100%, but that's not enough. That is not enough to survive 50 years, 60 years, 70 years.
That's a long time, bro.
I see, my parents, they're best friends with each other, and they bicker, and, you need to have that friend. They gotta be your best friend, no doubt about it. If you can't be goofy with this person, then don't be in it.
Yeah.
I feel like what makes love extraordinary is time and shared experiences. When you go through the hardest times with somebody and you guys come out stronger and just more in awe of each other, that's what love is. So I want that ordinary, building type of love.
Yo, since it's Valentine's Day, do you guys consider yourself romantic?
Yeah, I'm hella romantic.
What? Okay. What?
Oh yeah. And I do things for my partner. It's not just I want them to me. I'll do cute things.
Give me an example of something cute, that something cute.
Give you an example?
Yeah, something cute. He was like, I'm gonna just do this for my boo boo. You know what I mean? Because he deserves it.
Wear something nice. Light some candles.
Right now. Okay.
They like that too. They just don't say they like it, but they like it.
No, we do. Yeah, we do. That yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's nice, y'all. I like that. That's what's up. Can I get some candles or something? Yeah. No, go ahead. You was gonna say something, Sheetha?
What was the question? Sorry.
No, do you consider yourself romantic?
Oh, no. I love I watch a lot of Bollywood Indian movies, which is filled with romance. So I have that romance in my head, but I'm not romantic at all. No. I really want to be, but it's I just don't, I just can't. I mean, I'll be romantic for my partner, sure, dress up and do all that, but, romance is important, but, I don't know, I find, just day-to-day activities more romantic, if that makes any sense.
Like doing the dishes?
I'm super happy when someone comes and, helps me with something. To me, that's romantic.
Yeah.
I don't need the flowers for it to be romantic. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it.
No, that's I think that's something off the 5 love languages. It explains that acts of service. That's an acts of service. That's your love language.
So this is like love for me, and I'm content that I don't need a guy to hold my hand in the middle of the road. I don't need the kisses in public. Like I don't need.
Why not? How come girls say that? What do you want?
Service?
That's affects.
I don't like hold hands in public. I find it extremely nerve wracking. I don't mind walking down the street a little bit here and there, but my hands like start getting clammy, and I'm just like, okay, like are we done?
Really? Wow. That's
I'm single. This is probably
it's all right. Yo, hey. Yeah, that's I've never heard that. I mean, I've heard girls say that, you know what I mean? But most girls you would think like, want something like romance or like being
I do.
yeah.
I do. I love. Like I do. I've had a guy take me on a date, and then he like sang to me outside. Like I've had these moments.
What? Get out of here.
He sang.
What song did he sing? What song did he sing?
Song. He sang an Indian song. To me.
Okay, can you give us a snippet? I want a snippet.
Oh God.
It was like like so I've had these moments, and I'm like those kind of moments actually like really make me feel so like, oh my God, don't do this in public, please.
Yeah.
I like things in private. I'm very private in that sense. I let people see what I want them to see.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. Like I don't really post about my love life either. Like it's not something I like to share like that.
No, I agree. Yo, we have less than 1 minute. We can continue on because I still got more questions, and you guys are like rolling me on right now.
Okay, how about you guys log in and this is gonna end and then we'll redo it. I can snippet it.
Okay, all right, yeah. So what we'll do is once this over, we'll log back in because I still got a couple more questions that I'm just intrigued about, All right. All right. So we back again. A little technical difficulties, but we're back. And once again, if you're just joining us, this is Talk to 'Em. This is our live show. We got the lovely ladies on the Zoom with us. We got Miss Sheetha Thomas. Sheetha, all right. I can't be saying your whole government. And Marie, all right. I'm not gonna get, people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's the whole government, you know what I mean? No, there's too many crazy people out here. So you were saying that you before we left ours, you said, you had a guy that sang to you, all right? What kind of song did what kind of song did he sing?
Sang me a little Indian Bollywood song.
What?
Guitar.
Really? He had the whole guitar?
So he got the guitar out on the date?
He had it in a car, so he's like, I was like, oh, I can sing whatever. I was like, okay, and then he sang. It was very nice. It was a good way, like good effort. But like those kind of like moments make me cringe. I don't know why. It's very romantic and very sweet. But it's just
corny.
I love it, but like, on a first date, it makes me very like squirmish.
Really?
But if you know someone and they do it, I'm like all for it. Like, oh my God, that's so sweet, romantic. But like first date, I'm just like, oh my God, like.
Yo, you see the thing is right. Yo, this is where like television and we watching these shows where like you would think that's what a girl want. You would think coming up, like, this is what, oh my God, I'm about to sing to her. I'm about to make her feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But, that's totally the opposite. You was just like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, just.
You know what? I think that if you were trying to woo me for a really long time and then you did that gesture, that to me would be so romantic and sweet. But, like, going on the first date, like, he was, like, swiping, whatever. Like, it's one of those kind of dates. And then the person sings to you, that's like a lot. But I think that if it's someone that's been interested in you a long time and they've been trying really hard to get your attention and they do like a romantic gesture of like singing or whatever it is that's so grand, that to me is sweet and romantic.
What about you, Marie? Would you want somebody to sing? Would you want somebody to sing to you?
What?
Would you want somebody to sing to you?
No, absolutely not.
So,
Keep the singing inside doors.
so if he was, he was like, "Sweet lady," if he came out the cut, "Sweet lady, would you like?" Yeah.
Yeah, right. What if he was on? I'm in love.
Oh, that happened.
I told you that story. That's why you say that. Right?
What? Yo, tell me. I didn't hear. What happened? Tell me.
And it was okay.
So we went. This was like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We went up to the club, right? And then we met some of these guys or whatever, and we were all like just having fun. And then afterwards, like we were leaving the club, and then this one guy, he kept trying to get my number, but I was like, oh no, I'm not giving you my number, you know? He literally stood right in, like I was on the curb, he stood in the middle of the road and started singing that.
Wow.
I can't believe I forgot that memory, and I was cringing the whole way. I was like, I don't know him.
Yo, so did you give him your number? Damn, this is a bad look. Oh, that.
Never, don't do it again.
See, that's what I mean. We think. See, this is why. Like, we think like girls like that stuff, but really,
There are girls that do. Like, don't get us wrong. Like, there's a lot of women that do. I think, I can't speak for Marie, but I can speak for myself. I think we've just been through a lot of garbage. And
Yeah.
it's like,
you can say shit. It's
I'm not
alright.
gonna win you over anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 16, it would have. At 20, it would have. But once you go through a lot of heartbreak in your life, you kind of have these, like, goggles on almost in a sense. And it's like, okay, like, I want to look through. You see past the BS that you're seeing there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yo, do you believe it's possible to fall in love on the internet?
Like
Yeah.
catfishing?
Say it again.
Yeah.
No, not calf. I mean, like, yo, okay. All right, so, like, let's say if you meet, like, online dating. Like, okay, do you believe in online dating? Go ahead, what you saying?
I 100% think so because I think the unfortunate part about like apps like Tinder and Bumble and all those things is the fact that you just look at everything is like you're basing it on their like aesthetic.
That's right.
Once you start when you really start to get to talk to someone, there's so much talking involved that you really get to like if there's communication and there's consistent communication, you really do get to know someone just talking. And sometimes after that, you meet up with that person, you tend to like them a little bit more because you've really got to know them as a human being. And it's not just based on that one picture.
I actually have a question regarding that comment.
Go ahead, yeah.
Have you ever spoken to somebody solely over the phone, through texting, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I totally like this guy. But then when you meet in person, you're like, the vibe is just not there at all.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. But like that's like the worst though. But it's like it's heartbreaking because you're so invested in this person, and then you meet them and you're just like, damn.
Is it because of
So you'll be like you're living on a second date because maybe it was the nerves, and then you realize, no, this is just who they are.
okay, let me ask you this. Is it because of the physical appearance?
No, you know what? For me, I actually can tell you, I have been with some ugly looking men. Looks are not really a big thing for me. It's like if they can make me laugh. It's like the worst. I know. I'm a laugher.
Wow.
Like you know your type.
I know. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, a guy lying to about his height and stuff that bothers me.
But that's all guys.
All of them. When they write 5'9", I automatically know 5'7".
Knock a couple inches down, huh?
Come on.
The only ones that don't lie is when they're 6 feet above, so they will say 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". That makes sense. But under that, I'm always knocking a couple inches off. I'm like, okay, so you're 5'7".
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So So then, what's the point of those apps then? Because like, honestly, I've never slid in anybody's DMs. You know what I mean? Or I've never like approached, been on a dating app. On all honesty, I haven't, and I'm not saying like I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. It's just that I like to actually see somebody first. You know what I mean? I like to see somebody, see how they are, body movement, how they carry themselves. You know what I mean? Because it's like, because I just feel like I've watched those those shows, and I'd be like, yo, how about if that's not really the person? How about if I'm talking to a dude on the other end and he's like acting like, then I feel all grossy inside. I'm just like, yo, hold on. Not to say anything wrong with being, but if that's not your preference, you know what I mean? Then you just feel like, yo, this is kind of weird. You know what I mean? This is kind of weird.
It comes along with learning to fall in love, right? Like you can't. Every relationship that you meet in your life is not going to be perfect. Like, and I think you have to go through heartbreak to realize what love is. Otherwise, you won't have that. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think online, I've done that. I'm like the queen of Tinder here. The amount of dates I've been going on is insane. Now that I'm like single, but it's actually a really good experience because you really get to know someone, and it helps you figure out what you want. Like you can find love online. I've gone on some amazing dates through Tinder and like these online social apps. Gone on some horrible ones too, but there's a chance for love there.
I agree. I think there's nothing wrong with going on dating sites to find a partner, and because nowadays, really, especially if you're like busy and you have like a job and other things going on in your life, you know what I mean? Like you don't really have to like. Back in the day, you met people socializing.
Right.
Nowadays, we don't socialize as often as we used to. You know.
Yeah, social media. There's social media. That's our socializing, liking pictures, like that your thumb work is real, it's strong.
I think that like the way those apps are built, it doesn't help like those ones that you just swipe right and left. There are a few apps though where there's a little bit more detail in it where there'll be a picture, a little comment of like how they would react to something, like so you get to see a little bit more character in the apps that they're building today. It's a little bit better.
Oh, okay. I
don't know. I've had some like since I moved to Calgary and I've gone on like a date or two, and I've had a couple good ones. Like I can't bash them all.
Yeah.
I had like an amazing first date when I first moved here, so like I can't. I don't know. So
yeah. What happened?
Amazing first date.
Next question.
It's just,
Nothing happened. It was
he's
just
just,
we're like.
did he sing to you? Did he sing? Did he pull up on the horse and carriage and sing us? She there. Yo.
It was more like a movie with Water. That's how I felt that movie where she goes to London, Europe, Italy.
Yeah.
I felt like one of those kind of days. It was just like I had a really good time. Like we didn't do much, but it was just like a great time exploring the city and stuff. So you learn a lot out of these dates too.
So that's what I mean where I'm saying like that extraordinary love. You know what I mean? It's that like it's almost like a drug, the drug that you just take and you get like real high. You know what I'm saying? You just on that high and you just like, oh snap, I'm having the time of my life. You know what I mean? But then, I know that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? Whereas it's like, do I want the monotony of, okay, the kids and that being married or doing this or doing that, you know what I mean? So you just really explained, because you was like, damn, I had a real good time, and I was really you probably felt like, damn, I'm on a high right now, on this day, I'm having an incredible time. I ain't even worried about time. You know what I mean? I'm not even worried about time. Time is just going away, but then all of a sudden it's like the night's got to end. So do you prefer that, right? Or do you prefer the ordinary love?
But I feel like a lot of times when relationships start off like that, super fiery, they end just as fiery.
Like that, yeah.
Like that's just, I don't know why it's like that, but I feel that's
Yeah, and sometimes like you can start fiery and then it kind of slows it down. And I think it's in that moment when it slows down how you go.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like we're gonna build that friendship now and like figure it out. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: who's your favorite couple in pop culture right now?
Ooh,
couple.
couple in pop culture.
I love Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
What?
Yeah, I love them because they just show the reality that marriage isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times in pop culture, like all we see is this like, oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my god, you see all the good stuff, but then you don't, and then it kind of like puts a false perception of relationship and togetherness, right, in our minds. But when you see
that being said, are you open to like? How do you feel about the fact that they have like this open marriage situation?
I'm not saying I agree with whatever their relationship dynamic is, or that's what I want for myself. I just love their realness on this is our marriage. It's not perfect. It's not for everybody, but it's ours.
Yo.
And a lot of people nowadays, I feel, are so determined and so committed to paint this picture of perfection, you know?
Yeah.
I actually really like, it's so weird, but I like Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Oh, that's his girl? Ashton Kutcher's his girl? Mila Kunis, that's his girl? Really?
Yeah, the 70s show, not Fez, sorry, Jackie and, what's his kid? Also. Yeah, like, and I think the reason I like it so much is that
okay, I think
they grew together, like, in the sense that they had their own separate relationships when he was dating Demi, and she was with, I don't know who, but they always had a friendship, and I think the fact that the relationship works is because it was built on friendship. They had that base built already, and I think, to me, like, that is what, it's not perfect, but I think that's, like, the ideal relationship for me. Them, and also Ciara and, what's his name?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook or Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson, the football player.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I love their relationship because he came in and took on a whole new family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was in such a horrible place before, and then this man just came in and like showed her what a family could be like, and like built that foundation for her.
Yo, yo. I don't know, man. I most of these couples that y'all just named, right? I'm like, yo, like, it just seems like, okay, let's take Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, right? Ideally, I would agree with you if she didn't just like put him on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? That's Will Smith. Will Smith, that's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, you know what I mean? Doing all this fly things. Like, you're married to Will Smith. You're just Jada Pinkett Smith. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, hold on. You got to peep. Okay, listen. Y'all got to peep. Listen, just look. Okay, no, Will Smith. You think Jada Pinkett Smith would be where she was at right now if she was not married to Will Smith? That's Will.
Flourishing acting career before she was married to Will.
Yo, not.
Flourishing acting career on top.
Let's Google. Okay, hold on. If we Google right now, Will Smith is on a whole different level when it comes to Hollywood, right? Jada is not even close to where he's at right now. The only reason why we talking about Jada Pinkett Smith right now is because she's married to Will Smith, right? Now, that's not even like my point. My point is that going to that, as if I was Will Smith, right, I could never be with a woman like Jada Pinkett Smith because, number one, she's already proclaimed her love for this other man, which is Tupac Shakur. So Will Smith has publicly said this right now. You know what I mean? So we're not just talking about, this is public records. So, like, this man is basically has to say, like, he had to basically fight for this woman's love. You know what I mean? So there's always a dynamic where, like, he's never good enough for her. You know what I'm saying? And you can see like, and I always look at people's features. I look at, yo, what's the most important thing to a woman? Her hair. Her hair. She loved her hair. Jada Pinkett Smith is bald. So that means like, yo, she don't give a shit about nothing right now. Yo, you gotta look deep. You gotta look deeper into it, right? When a woman cuts,
She's strong enough to know that she can rock that look.
strong. Women are not made to be strong.
Her hair is her security blanket, and the fact that she has the balls to be like, you know what? I'm cutting off my security blanket and stepping out into the world.
Listen.
I wish I could do that, but I don't. Look how long it is. Like, I just wouldn't.
Yo, because right, look, because this is right. She's taking on a very masculine personality, right? Because the only reason why I mention that is I'm not judging Jada. I'm not judging nobody. I just look at it from a, like, wow, these people are in the public eye, and you're looking at this relationship, and you're looking at it, and you're like saying to yourself, like, yo, like, look at the man. Like, how could you bring somebody that you love on stage and just, you could have told me that in pub, and I don't know people's relationship, you know what I'm saying? But you could tell when we watched, and I watched Will Smith, I watched his face, yo, my man was hurt. You know what I mean? He was.
Funny, they actually had a conversation about that, and it wasn't him being hurt. He was tired and hadn't slept or something off of a flight. And that conversation that we saw publicly, they dealt with that conversation and had that conversation like 2 years ago.
Yo, yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah.
I think is that free. Like, you love the fact that they're so open.
Yeah. Like, I would never be that open about my life, but it's just nice to see a more real perspective. That's really all.
It just seems so fake, if I'm being very honest.
It's fake, yeah.
Like, too open, like, at the openness, it's like, the whole red table talk, like, that show itself just bothers me. Like, I don't know why, but it's like, it's just like, I don't know, it just seems so fake.
Yeah.
Like, how everything is like, oh yeah, we're like this, and we're okay to be in an open relationship, and high-fiving. Yeah, like, I totally banged that 24-year-old boy.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, okay, when you're looking at like the physical, so Jada has taken on. So the ruler. All right, what happens is y'all heard about the yin and the yang, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like, some of the characteristics of that is like the yang. I forgot the characteristics, but basically, like, Jada has taken on this persona of like, she's kind of like ruling the relationship, you know what I mean? And the way that you do that is, you got to look at like, the most important thing in a woman's body, in my opinion, is her hair, and she basically cut that off. So that means like, she don't give a shit about nothing right now. I don't care about nothing. I'm taking on this strong, right, this personality, like, go get him, G.I. Jane personality, where it's just like, whoa, Will Smith is like this. Yo, hold on, bro. You know what I mean? I'm chill. I'm laid back. I'm Will Smith. And now you seen this. It's almost like chaos, yo. You know what I mean? It's almost like chaos. Like, yo, you're with Will Smith. You know what I mean? Will Smith is like, that's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I mean? And you don't have no, like, yo, August Alsina compared to Will Smith? Like, you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's a knockdown. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you rocking with Will Smith. If I'm gonna creep with somebody, I ain't gonna creep with. And honestly, right? You take a look at it. Like, look how Jada Pinkett was not like, the media didn't really make it like a big thing, right? But yo, that's like, imagine if that was Will Smith who did that. What? That would have been crazy. You know what I mean? That would have been like, oh my gosh, like he wouldn't get no more movie roles. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when I look at that, I'm just like, yeah, I like the truthfulness of it, but just like Sheeta said, it's a little bit too fake. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
Yeah, like, I don't know the truth, how true it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the authenticity of it, like, it just doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like, for for me, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, I think the reason I liked them was because it started off as like pure friendship and like they really did, but they found each other at the right time.
Yeah, I agree.
Not their foundation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, we're almost about to end. Yo, I've been having a good time. Yo, you know what happened? Okay, Okay, hold on a second. Somebody says I disagree. I love the red table talk. It brings realness and awareness to a lot of things we don't talk about. Okay, that's okay. That's
Well, you know,
I agree.
okay, like I hear what people are saying, but I also think that the show gives a lot of people that don't need a voice a voice. Like an example is Lori Lohan, like Full House. Do you remember Aunt Becky's daughter?
Yeah.
Everyone was her on there and like trying to apologize for like the whole college scandal and things like that.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I felt like they should not even given her that opportunity. To be very honest, like, and that's where I have the problem because sometimes they do those episodes and I'm just like, no, like I just don't like it.
Definitely, she did not need a platform to
She did not. She has a platform coming like as a woman, like especially going onto a show with like more people of color mainly. Like, yeah, and then like if you're giving her this voice, it just really annoys me. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the show. I watched a few episodes. Like I watched when Jordan Woods went on it because you know Jordan Woods, the Kardashians literally did not let her have a moment to speak.
Who's that? Who's Jordan Woods?
Media and everything. So there are episodes where I'll be like, yes, we're table talk, but overall, do I really like the show so much? No. And I think it's because of Jada.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's a lot of right, like girl, come on, you know what I mean? Like right. Like I hate hearing it. Like oh my god, what about?
I love all three of them. I love their dynamic.
I love Grandma and I love what's the daughter's name?
Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Willow, like yes, Jada, you can go. They're good.
I agree.
I mean, Jada, you're beautiful and everything. I just feel like she brings this energy to the screen, like to the table that doesn't need to always be there.
That's the energy Will Smith is dealing with. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Yo, that's the energy Yo, imagine that when the camera's not on, that's what you got to deal with. Yo, you got to deal with that.
That's his choice. He wants to stick around, like that's on him. You know what I mean? You can't deal with a strong, independent, successful woman. That's on you.
Strong. Why do women got to be strong? Women are made to be strong. Strong. Hold on. Like why? That's a character. Hold on. Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you like a characteristic to be strong as a woman? Like watch your Mandy Man Savage. Like I got muscles. Like I'm strong. What? That's a characteristic you want to be associated with as a woman? Like right?
Why not though? Like I personally, I wasn't a strong, independent woman for a really long time, and I am today. I can proudly say I'm a sassy, strong woman. I'm very opinionated, and I have no problem saying it. And that's what Jada is.
Powerful.
I think weak men, insecure men have a problem with it.
Yo.
Because they're so big alpha.
Powerful. The correct word is powerful, not strong. You powerful.
Powerful and strong.
Nah, it's two different things.
Mentally, physically, everything.
It's two different things. Powerful and strong. Strong is like, yo, okay, like, all right, if I look at you, I'm not seeing strong. You know what I mean? Strong is like, okay, I can pick this table up, because I'm strong. Powerful, right, is what it is that you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, you've overcome a lot. You still got, you're doing something. You're positive. That's powerful. It takes, you've gone through certain thing in life. You got to have power. You got to be able to, you know what I mean? So that's, yes, mentally, but not strong. No, strong. No, it's two different things. It's two different things.
I think they're interpreting strong as a mindset.
Strong, yeah, right, yeah. I mean, honestly, you don't want as a man, you don't want your woman to be strong. Like I want her to be in her feminine state. But in order for her to be, yeah, like she's in.
Look presentable at all times.
Yes, absolutely, yes. Yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like that's a good thing.
I'll tell you right now, like that, and that's the problem right there with men. A lot of men, they have this image of what women's beauty standards are, and they put that pressure more on us than women do.
Yeah.
Men put pressure on us to have our hair done, have our nails done, have makeup done, like look a certain way at all times.
Can I ask you a question?
The moment we don't, when we have our hair in a messy bun,
Yeah.
it's like, what happened? Who hurt you?
Okay, hold on. Who hurt you? Yeah. All right, yo, I have this thing, right? I don't think when women go out, I don't think women get dressed for men. Or I think they get dressed for other women to see like, oh, that's a bad bitch right there. She's a bad bitch. That's what women go for. They don't really get dressed for others. They don't really get dressed for men. I think they get dressed for other
women that have to like look a certain way because their man puts that pressure on them.
No, I think, you gotta understand how men think, right? You gotta understand how men think. Men, we're physical. You know what I mean? We're physical. So if once we look at something, always like, I like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, we always want to see you in that light. Whereas once you get comfortable and you start coming into the bed, you got the moo-moo on, you ain't got, you know what I mean? Like, you got the joint on you. You're like, whoa, hold on, who is this right here? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Ridiculous, though. I think like that standard that men have, because I go through it a lot where like men will automatically compliment my hair, and I don't know why it irks me. Because I'm just like, there's more to me than just my hair. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that. Like that men put that on us, not other women. Like men will. I'm so sorry about that.
No, don't worry, it's alright.
I was just saying, yeah, like men have this like pressure of like a girl's hair or like the way she wears her makeup, her lipstick, or men put that on us. And then the men will say, "Oh, I like a girl with no makeup on," but then when we walk around with no makeup, it's like, "Oh, you sick?"
Nah, you want
makeup look is what you want, is what you're saying.
I think, I go ahead, Marie, you were saying something?
No, well, that's just the difference between men and women, right? Like, men are super visual people. Like, whether us women want to admit it or not, or accept it or not, they are. They're visual beings. That's how they were created. So, like Jane said, they see what they like, and that's all they think about, and they want to see their woman in that light as often as possible. So,
yeah. It's hard. I ain't gonna front. It's hard being. I mean, I've never been a woman in my life, but when I look at it from y'all perspective, it's hard, yo. Like, yo, like you ever? I be like, damn, yo, it's hard to be a girl, yo. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's hard. I've never been a woman, but when you look at it from y'all perspective, yo, it's like really like the competition between women. Sometimes you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy, and the little spiciness too. You'd be like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, and you just looking at it, you just like, wow, thank God I ain't no girl. Guys too, don't get me wrong, guys is but it's more like that strong shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, women, you just. I'm an observer, yo. And when I just be observing, I be just watching, I just be peeping stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's just, you just could see it, you know what I mean? You could see the competitiveness, the way like, yo, I got to fit in, you know what I mean? Or I gotta be a certain way, you know what I mean? And it's just so much pressure, you know what I mean? It's so much pressure that I be like, oh man, poor women, you know?
There is pressure, but I also think we have to walk with us putting it on ourselves, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I won't blame a woman. Like, I have a problem when women blame women in, like, let's just say a relationship goes bad. They'll always blame another woman for coming in. But in my head, I'm like, why are we not looking at the man?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I think that the pressure of women is because of, like, we let men get away with so much.
What do you mean? Can you elaborate? We only got like a couple of minutes. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
30 seconds, please.
I'm just going to say is a man will cheat, and the other woman is who will get hurt at the end. And the woman, like the girlfriend and the mistress are the ones that are going to get hurt at the end. You know what I mean? and no accountability ever goes on the man.
Yo, you're right, and absolutely, I agree with that 110%. And we should take accountability of just being on.
Take accountability.
No, honestly, like
Accountability.
we do, we do, and I'll take accountability for us fellas. Okay, we take accountability. We have to be a lot more honest because I really think, right? Okay, if we're honest, right? Let's say because girls are really fly and dope when they're happy. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times, if you were to be like, okay, babe, if you wanted to bring somebody else in there, or even entertaining that, right? Psychologically, let's say hypothetically, we're just entertaining that, right? Because you just mentioned about like creeping or cheating, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, if we want to keep it honest, be like, yo, if I'm dating somebody, be like, hey, this is, and if I want to experience something else, right? And if I'm honest about it, would you be cool with it? You know what I mean? Instead of just lying, instead of being like trying to get away with this, you know what I mean? Because I think sometimes that's when the thing that he's just like, damn, I wasn't honest. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I had to be honest. I was like, honest. She might say no. You know what I mean? But you never know. I didn't even give her the chance or the choice to be like, just really being honest about that.
That's a big part. It's like most men don't give a woman the chance to actually respond to whatever, whether it's a positive or negative thought they're having in their mind. They'd rather say, oh, I knew you were going to react like this. That's why I didn't tell you. Instead of just saying it, because you don't know.
That's true. That's true. Yo.
Let us have our choice. Like, let us make our choice.
Our choice.
A lot of the times, like, if I know what my situation is, it's my choice at the end of the day if I want to continue with that or not. Nobody else's. But lying to me, and then I find out, that's when I have a problem because you took away my rights.
Yeah. And that's true. I agree with that. You know what I mean? But that comes with age too, yo. From a male's perspective, that's something that like, yo, it's just something with age. You know what I mean? It's something that comes with age, yo. Just being in our truth, standing in that truth, whatever it is, All right, we're about to wrap up here. Let me ask y'all this question: who do you think is most likely, right, to say, since it's Valentine's Day weekend? Who do you think is most likely to say I love you first? Do you think it's a guy to say I love you first, or is it a girl to say I love you first?
I think it's a guy.
The guy.
Yeah. I think much faster than a woman does.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but it is.
Yeah, because we love harder, yo. Men love way harder than women love, yo.
Women love hard, but we show it in a different way.
Yo.
We're long term. Guys don't love hard fast.
Exactly. I feel like men fall in love way faster, but women, they say I love you, they love you, and that's love. Yeah.
Really? Like.
Yeah, and I think that for us, it's not a short-term gain; it's a long-term gain. So we really do. It's like we're not running a sprint; we're doing a marathon here. Yeah, and then there's a relationship marathon, and then there's the marriage marathon, which is a whole different marathon.
That's right.
Yeah, once we say that I love you, we're thinking that far ahead, and it's like we're ready for that next marathon that's gonna come, which is a lifetime, hopefully.
Yeah, shoot, we're going to end it right there. I like that. I like those closing words. We're going to end that right there. Ladies, thank you so much for pulling up on Talk to Him. We just had great conversation. Great conversation. I really appreciate you guys. Any final thoughts?
Buy your women chocolates and flowers this weekend.
Deals.
Single ladies, enjoy it. Just go out. If you don't want to stay home, go out to the bar, grab a drink with your girlfriends. Just have a good weekend, like a good Monday. Don't overthink it. Just have fun. I'm definitely going to go to the bar on Monday because why not?
Actually, no, I gotta work.
Happy hour. I still got a job, corporate girl over here, but.
Absolutely. So, hey, we're going to end you with this. We look for our mother in our lover, but our mother could never be our lover 'Cause our lover would never love us like our mother. That's from the great Mike Tyson. It's your main man, Jay. Live, love, light. Talk to him. I'll holler.
All right.